Hi guys, and welcome back to another tutorial from myself. Today we're going to be taking a look at Prodigy, and in particular their track Outta Space. Now Prodigy was suggested by somebody in the comments, so here it is. Now Prodigy, their tracks are very heavily sample based. If you take a look at my Fatboy Slim video that I did, the sample based one, you sort of get an idea of how you could build a Prodigy track from yourself from scratch. So this tutorial, what I've done is I've took some of the basic elements of Outta Space, I've recreated some of the more recognisable ones, and then I've added some of my own in there as well, just to make it sort of sound a bit different. So before we get into going through the actual track, I'm just going to show you what I mean by sample based. So if we take a look at Outta Space here, just a couple of the key things. Obviously you've got the drop. So in there, what you're hearing is a vocal and a sort of high-pitched riff. So the vocal itself comes from this track here, Critical Breakdown.
Pay close attention. I'll take your brain to another dimension.
Obviously, then it's obviously pitched up to give it that sort of squeaky sound, and that's by Ultramagnetic MCs. Now the next part of the track, come back to that, you've got the high pitched squeak. Oh wait a minute, here it is. The sort of high pitched riff. Now that comes from a track from Shades of Rhythm called Homicide, and that is, where is that in the track? About 2 minutes. Yeah, so this is the sort of sound here. And that's obviously pitched up and changed around slightly, but you get the drift. And then obviously the drop of the track is taken from Max Ramiro's Chase the Devil. And then the drum loop that kicks in that you hear right throughout the track. That drum loop is taken from Hyperreal Selector by the Shaman, and that particular part is just this part here. So it's that part then looped and then sped up, and that's the drum beat right throughout the track. So as you can see, there's quite a lot of samples going on in there, in the actual track itself. So let's go back to the track and let's go through a few things. So first of all, the strings are M1. They play that pattern, and then they also play this pattern. And then on the strings we have a Conbear compressor and an EQ. The Conbear compressor is free, you can download that. And then the EQ, we just boosted the highs of it there. Then we have this sort of belly sound. And this is from Surge, preset called Circus 1. And then we have quite a few things on this. The Camel Crusher, EQ, bit of chorus, and some delay. And then the drums, as I said, they're taken from the Hyperreal track. And all we've done to them is just try to make them a little bit brighter with a bit of EQ. Then what I've also got going on here is this sort of riff. Now even though it's only playing one note, it's actually playing 2 or 3 different ones because it's a major in the major scale. And then on this, we have a couple of effects. EQ. OTT and a chorus, because this is originally a sort of bass sound. And for FX, we just got very basic crash and reverse crash. Nothing too spectacular there. Then we have this sort of oink sound. So the EQ, the EQ I'm actually using, sorry, the reverb I'm using is this Tal Reverb 4, which is free. Again, that's a pretty neat EQ. And then for the drop, now this drop breakdown part here, obviously in the Prodigy track, it's just the Chase the Devil cut up and just dropped in. Obviously I can't do that for copyright reasons, so I've just recreated something here. So we've got this sort of reggae guitar from Vengeance. On this we've got a Rough Rider compressor, EQ again, sorry, reverb, and then a delay, which is a stereo delay, not ping pong. And we have these breakdown chords. Now this kick, we have a kickstart. Now this is not doing your normal sidechain, it's actually, I've doubled the sidechain. So instead of it going like that, doubling up. Then we have this little acoustic loop we've made. Just got kick, snare, hats, and then a little wood hit. And that's also been accompanied by this shaker loop. Oh. Then the bass, it's called Deep End. Not much going on with that. And then then we'll move on to the drop bass. So the drop bass itself, which is just playing one note, is Ample Guitar Bass P Lite 2, which is another free plugin. And again, that's just raw with nothing extra on that. Then we'll go on to the rave sort of stab sound, which is this one here. So when it's dry, so this sort of stabby sound, you'll also hear this in sort of Set You Free by Entrance. I want to show you how we can make this. So what we're going to do is we're going to load up this pattern here. What we've got here, we've got C, C, C on 3 different octaves, and then we've got an E to make it a major sound. And for this, we use a guitar. For this one, we've just used Nexus Guitar Fuzz 2. It can be any sort of distorted guitar. Just playing that note, them notes. And then we turn off all the effects on it. And then in FL Studio, right click, where is it? Consolidate track. Boom. And then there you've got your sound. And then back in the track, we've normalized it. And then we've gone in here and we've changed the envelope to this sort of square looking, and then just give it a little bit of roll off at the end so it's got a little bit of release, so it's not just cutting off very sharply. And that's that. And then for this melody, again, it's just another surge. We've got it panning slightly to the left and a bit of an EQ on it, cutting out the low parts of it. Now we move on to the vocal. So the vocal that we've gone for here is obviously different from the original, because I wanted to just show you how you could just pick any track. So what this track's actually taken, this track is taken from this Run DMC Run's House. Let's show you. So, oh.
I crawl the grave till I make the super name. Make the dance and prance and draw the fans and sing.
Yeah, so that's the part there. What we've done is we've just cut it. And the original BPM was down at 99 or something. Yeah, so we've just cut it. The part that we wanted. And then what we've done is we've run the track through RX7, which is a tool that helps you make acapellas. So if you want to make acapellas, you can try running it through there. I have done a separate video on this before. So once we run it through there, you get this. So what we then do is we go down here to stretch mode. So whatever BPM we change it to, it'll stretch to that BPM. Obviously, we're right up here at 149. And then we're just going to pitch that right up. That's it. And then we're going to drop that straight to the track. Then a couple of different effects we've put on it. We've got an EQ. Well, you know what? Let's change that. I don't know why I've used that one. Let's just select this. Add the EQ. And a Rough Rider compressor, which again is free. So the reverb. That's what I and the reverb. That's it. And when we drop that in. And then on the master, again, I've just gone from a normal setup that I always normally go for. There's a little limiter, Oxford limiter, Ozone 7, I think I'm still on. Yeah. And then the inflator. Now I am planning on coming back and doing more videos, and I am planning on setting up, I think, is it a YouTube member scheme, where I will be uploading FLPs early, I'll be uploading videos early, I'll be doing exclusive videos just for there, I'll be taking all my video suggestions from the members page, and I'll also be uploading like free sample packs and all sorts of stuff like that. So if that's something that you are interested in, that will go live, probably live now, just after this video. Now with regards to the FLP for this, what I'm actually going to do is I will be uploading the FLP to this project file, but not right away. It will be going on the members page. But that's about it, guys, for this video. Thanks for watching.